Welcome back to Indiethon, raising money for Child's Play. Indiethon is sponsored by Team 17 and also by Chucklefish Games. Chucklefish is an independent game developer and publisher based in London, UK, with a love of charming pixel art and a drive to support and create amazing games. They have published countless classic indie games such as Starbound, Stardew Valley, Time Spinner and more. They have graciously provided us with many cool prizes. Visit their website at chucklefish.org. And now we've got a second helping of ripWSB for you, and he's going to be running a Flipping Death for the any percent run. Take it away, Rip.
All right, thank you very much again. First off, shout outs to RuffledBricks for being up so early in the morning.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bless you. Thank you.
If you didn't enjoy the style of Stick with the Man, I got some bad news for you, and it's going to be a lot of the same. So if we're ready, we'll go ahead and start the timer and get all that jazz going. And you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Mrs. Seams? All right.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So very, it's like deja vu with the art style here.
Yeah. I think I prefer the story of this one though.
Yeah.
It does seem like it's a little bit more linear, a little bit more.
Yeah, it's more concentrated. Instead of a bunch of like different environments, you get this town called Flatwood Peaks, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is the town name, and that's where all the action will happen. One thing that is kind of cool about this one is there are points where we go back in time, so it's like the same characters but different versions of them. So it's a nice way to like maximize your limited character selection, I guess,
Yeah.
or interactions. But yeah, basically we are Penny Dowood.
Penny Dowood.
Yeah, the narrator in between chapters has this really unique voice, and
It's great. It's really good.
I initially ran this on PlayStation and the load times are really slow, so we get to listen to a lot of the narration.
Yeah.
So unfortunately we won't get as much on PC, but
Penny's in trouble.
Penny used to work at a morgue.
She was fired.
She had a flair for the dramatic, and she would dress up, and apparently they didn't like that a whole lot. I think she was dressed up as like a demon for this one.
Yeah, she has her horns on there.
So they finally canned her, and so she's just kind of hanging out with her boyfriend Elliot, and they're trying to get home.
Well, they got into a car accident.
Yeah, something ran across the street. They crashed, so they get out. She's gonna walk through the graveyard to get home, and she dies.
Yep.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Game over. We did it.
Penny Dowood dies.
So chapter 1, Penny's a ghost.
Not the first time she'd been fired for.
And in Ghost World, we're trying to figure out what happened, what's going on. Again, we're going to be skipping all the cutscenes that explain things, and so the story is safe. Don't worry. If you ever want to play the game, I guess we'll kind of give somewhat of a summary while we play, but
It's mostly safe.
all the good voice lines and
Oh
whatnot.
yeah. I'll try to resist saying some of the best ones. But...
Sorry to interrupt.
So we run into Death, and he's going to go into a vacation on the moon because nobody dies up there. So he doesn't have to worry about souls. So he thinks we're filling in and we're like a temp because of the horns.
Yeah, this is a consequence of Penny dressing up.
Yeah. So we're just gonna roll with it. We have Death's Sight, which allows us to possess people and hop between the land of the living and the land of the dead.
Yeah.
So we possess this dude with the ice cream, just kind of get an idea of what's going on. When we are thrust into the ghost world, the first person we meet is this lady Elderborough, and this chapter is mainly going to be trying to figure out how she got murdered. So it's kind of the same thing as Stick with the Man, where we do different things to kind of progress the story, and one thing leads to another, and yada yada yada. So the first thing we're going to need to do for this particular chapter is talk to this guy, and then let's see, try and get some of these little critters. So there's different I guess currency, or like you have to possess people, and you can't do it for free. You have
Are they
to.
souls?
Yes. So those little numbers above the people's heads is how much it takes to possess them, And there's 3 different kinds of critters. You got these little critters that kind of just fly around the area and are easy to pick up. There's different ones that are like a bigger skull looking thing, and you interact with the one main that's in the chapter, and it breaks into a bunch of little pieces, and then you just have to pick up all the pieces, and if you get them all before they disappear, then you collect those. And then there's one more type where you have to avoid this like jellyfish looking thing, and if you do, you get those pieces. Oh, I didn't know he goes all the way up. That's cool. So we just need like the regular run-of-the-mill critters for the dentist over here. And you can also interact with some objects in the Land of the Dead and kind of bring them that big white hand that grabbed the paint can and moved it into the Land of the Living. And when it does that, you can interact with it with the characters that you possess. So we get that paint can to spray blue paint onto those graves.
We're off to get married.
You get this questionable guy that apparently is going around, wrong button, marrying old ladies that are about to die and then inheriting all their money. So we're pretty sure he's the one that killed Lady Elderborough. And this captain's gonna help us once we paint his boat blue with this guy's tongue.
Right. Way more linear
Yeah.
than stick it to the man.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So now that we have that painted, we can use the boat, and so we will repossess this guy.
Go investigate the husband's
Take the
house.
boat across the water.
Something fishy is going on there.
And we're just gonna kind of set him up for later on. We gotta get a few more pieces. Oops. What? Oh yeah, I gotta do this first. That makes sense.
His mansion is supposedly up in the forest.
So you get some hints from the characters, and you can also, there's like hints in the game that they give you in the form of cards, and it shows kind of what you need to do, and then you kind of make it work based on the hints they give you. So we're gonna possess Biff the Lumberjack to attack a house, and then the house is going to chase after us.
So when you're in the Land of the Dead, you have like the scythe movement.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like your best speed tech here in
Yeah,
the
you can
game?
kind of use that to get around pretty quick. Once you're in the Land of the Living, you are the character, and each character has their own little like quirky thing that they can do. Please just chop this house. And then like in the monster world, this house will like attack you. And these are so the big skulls we need for a cop that's eventually going to arrest, what's his name? The murderer.
Oh, the guy marrying old ladies?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I don't remember.
Because like after this chapter, we don't really see him again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good riddance.
The murderer. So now that we
Yeah.
have the house, we moved the house, so now we can make, does it say his name?
George.
Sorry if there's any Georges out there.
Yeah, very
So we
memorable
go
name.
to his home, and that's where we'll find a freezer with a body in it. So we attach his tongue to the frozen body, and this is where we need the cop, which I think the cop is Ronald.
Yes.
He's an interesting cop that we'll
He's a great
get
character.
a better look at in
Yeah.
a later chapter.
Not his last appearance.
So yeah, like the quickest way to get around in the Land of the Living is either by a car, because there's different sections and you can't travel between them unless you're in the Land of the Dead, or if you take elevators or cars to get around.
So then you always get the driving music, which is
Yeah,
nice.
Sorry you got murdered.
it's this like distinct song that plays whenever you drive somewhere.
And it stops very abruptly when you get out of the car, which always cracks me up. It's like, oh, we're done.
Things were looking
Oh, we solved the murder.
Yeah, we solved the murder.
Long story short.
Yeah, and hopefully save that little lady's inheritance.
Then we run into, we're still trying to figure out what's going on. We don't really know.
My body's
Somebody's possessed Penny's living world body, and it's like a demon. Get some of these little critters. I need quite a few critters in this chapter, so I'm gonna try and get some on the way. Nope, didn't want to jump up there. That's the arm that's gonna eventually take a hold of an object in the land of the dead. There should be. There we go. So when you get these big guys, they kind of break up, and you have to collect them all before this snazzy jazzy music stops playing. And if it does, you just have to do it all over again.
Do you have to collect all of them or just the remaining ones?
I think you have to do everything all over again. Let's see, where are we? So, also in the map, in the land of the dead, you can warp to people that you've already possessed, or like that are already known about. So we're gonna start with this vulture and see if you can follow the story. We're gonna grab a trash can, drop it in there. So he's got, the doctor's office has this nice drop box where you can drop organs and body parts.
Very convenient.
So for something later in the story, we need to grab an arm. And this arm is of a former tennis champion. And I think his grandson is the one we're going to eventually attach the arm to.
Yes.
He's not a very good tennis player. He's kind of sad. So with the arm of his long dead granddad, he's going to be this great tennis player. So we just drop that in there. Please go in.
Nice.
We're going to need to grab some... Whoa, buddy. So sometimes when you go into the land of the dead, you can get these weird boosts. And it can be a little troublesome to control at times. So we need to control the doctor, or possess the doctor. We need to knock some bowling balls into the tennis ball shooting machine. I'm sure it's got an actual name, but that'll do for now. Going to possess Bjorn, the tennis grandson that's not really good at tennis. We're going to break his arm off. And then with the arm that has fallen through the doctor's donation drop box, he's going to get his beefed up arm. And we're going to try and knock one of these bowling balls into... Nice.
Wow.
The window of the unconscious, this biker chick, Jenny, is in a coma. And the demon possessed Penny in the real world has gone to this biker bar. And they don't let you in unless you're like part of the gang, I guess.
What's her biker name? Boneyard? Junkyard.
Yeah, Junkyard. Junkyard Jenny. That's right.
Junkyard Jenny. That's good.
So we're gonna need some more.
Junkyard.
Actually, I think I'm missing. I gotta get a cactus. I forgot to do the cactus. All right, we'll poop on this guy first.
Oh, that's it.
He gets mad and starts shooting some meatballs, but before that, we needed to find a cactus. There we go. So this is one of the monsters in the... You punk. In the... Jesus Christ. Yeah! Okay.
There we go.
Monsters in the... God, please. In the land of the dead that we move around, and then we'll eventually be grabbed and kind of transported into the land of the living. Dude is going way too fast. The ultimate speedrunner. I need to try and get some of these. Missed them all. Cool. That'll be grabbed. And we're going to use that cactus to pop the balloons on a dog that's flying in the air. And we're going to weigh down the dog, which is named Meatball, with a bunch of meatballs from the chef that is angry at this bird for pooping in his...
It's Meatball's birthday. Meatball the dog.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
We're just gonna hope that some of these hit. We're trying to get Meatball to gain a few pounds and drag him down. There he goes.
There he is. There he is.
If we could pet him, we would.
Yes.
Eventually, he's gonna come down. He's gonna run into the cactus that we brought from the land of the dead. And when that pops his balloons, there we go. We're going to possess Meatball. We need, I think, 8. You should have enough. We're gonna hope that this guy doesn't steal our elevator up to the top level.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
You can usually bark at him, and if you're close enough, he kind of freaks out.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. So that's good. And then we're going to use Meatball to push Ginny. So we're trying to get her closer to the junkyard. Trying to wake her up. So we're gonna use the dog to push her hospital bed. And The physics in this game
Ah,
are
that went well.
whack.
Yeah, this is a great time to mention.
So you'll see what's gonna happen.
I'd say rest in pieces, but
Okay,
I actually
that,
need you
we'll
alive.
just let her
Don't
do her
die,
thing.
junkyard.
She'll get down here eventually, hopefully. There we go.
And the physics are, I think, a bit more strange in this game than
Yeah.
it is in Stick It to the Man.
It's funny, but it's also really frustrating.
It's, yeah, both those.
Okay. Sometimes, yeah, she gets stuck on people. So you can kind of bark and freak the people out, but we ultimately need them to go to the right. So they're still in the way. I think she'll pop herself up. There we go. There's more cutscenes that we'll skip. There's a bunch of like extra characters that, oh, they went. All right, I'm gonna take advantage of that. Oh, come on, baby. Push her. Come on, dog. Meatball. Help a bro. Yeah, this is going decently.
Of course the gate is protected.
Usually get stuck here. You can kind of push it somehow while on top of Jenny.
Push her by the face.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I'm not gonna question it. Okay, that's where we need her to be. Thank God. Down here we have this the jellyfish, which is the kind of red-looking skull creature critters. So we'll need this for, I think, the whale. So shout outs to another whale.
Yes.
Oh, I need to turn on the, there are many things to do. So we need to repossess, because every chapter you gotta like repossess people again. So we need to repossess Pokeman. And he's going to turn on the magnet. And so the whale has stuff stuck in its blowhole. But it's the shield or the helmet of the guys that we kind of ignored and skipped their cutscene. So we get the whale stuck to the magnet with the metal in its blowhole.
One of the greatest
Yeah,
lines.
the greatest line is the whale saying it's having a me of a time.
I love that. It's just smart.
So big shout outs to these wacky
Writers,
lines. Alright, so
yeah.
we did the whale. Now we need...
I'm glad that one still makes it in.
Where is the trumpet guy? There we go. We possess the trumpet guy, and that's where the reddish looking critters come into play.
I don't think we can pet the doggo. Can we pet Meatball?
I don't think so.
We can only feed him meatballs.
Yeah, we can feed him and we can bark at people.
Yes.
He does like the trumpet though.
Yes.
Speaking of trumpets, do we have time for a donation?
We sure do.
Excellent. Well, something to blow our own trumpet about here is we have just reached $1,000. That is courtesy of Nick, who donated $19.06 and states, I made the first donation and I'll make the one that gets us over 1K. Still can't believe we met our goal in the first 3 hours of the marathon. Thank you to all runner, volunteers, staff, and especially all our donors. Let's push it to $1,500. And that donation has gone to the Rainbow Billy Cursed Leviathan challenge of Pet the Dog Again.
Let's go.
And also it has gone to the poll for Leonard's Inception, the Choose the Art Style incentive. That has gone towards the 8-byte category, which is soaring ahead in the donations at the moment. So if you would prefer to see it in glorious 32-byte, then donating might be a good idea.
I don't want to say normal.
Anyway, back to you,
So
Rip.
let's say employment.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. That's awesome. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, I just want to echo that and big shout outs to everybody that's been able to make donations.
Yeah.
Of course, all the runners, definitely all the staff. Just everybody tuning in to these runs and spending some time watching some indie games.
Our favorite kind of games.
I was really excited when I first learned about this one.
Yeah.
'Cause I know there's some bigger indie games, but it's just cool to see different games that you may not get to see otherwise. So, of course,
Enjoyed
thanks,
watching a lot of these.
yeah, for letting some of these runs get shown. Oh, jeez. So yeah, we finished the other chapter. Ginny got out of her coma.
Oh, and this is where you meet Penny's possessed self. Yeah.
Yeah. We still don't really know what's going on, but we were told that this witch, Vera, which was burned at the stake for being a witch, may have some answers. So she just wants her hat to be put out because it's still on fire, and it's still kind of burning in the land of the dead. So she's just kind of annoyed with being on fire all the time. So we agreed to help put out the fire, and she's going to give us some information about what exactly is going on. So we got this handy dandy fireman, which will come into play later on. But first we need to put out a fire that's in a...
He sounds a lot like Ray.
Yeah, you hear Ray's voice a few times.
A couple of times, yeah. There's a Ray ghost, right? In the...
Yeah, that's right. At the very end, they have a nice little nod to Stick to the Man.
Yeah, I didn't ruin that.
Well, I guess we could stop the run. So yeah, we'll use the fireman to put out the fire, because we're going to need a little girl to fall through the chimney later on. Oh, helps hit the right button. Since we're in this right spot, we'll just drop down and get some those like reddish critters.
I love that. We have to safety first, you know, when we send the little girl down the chimney. Yeah, you don't want to catch on fire. Like, what kind of monster? Even though she does end up killing the fireman, but right,
it's whatever.
She is
like, stuff happens.
Oh, kind of a monster.
So, oh, is it still coming? Sometimes,
yep.
She's come. If you get too far away, that the monster will kind of like turn around and leave you alone.
Peace out.
But we don't want that. Like, we don't want to get knocked around, but we also don't want to lose it.
There we go.
So we got the gumball machine set up. I'm gonna fast travel to him, so we're closer to Tina, which is
one of the best characters.
Yeah, pretty good character.
Great lines, great voice acting.
Little weird girl with braces.
Yeah.
Who runs into the gumball machine we brought into the real world. She's going bubblegum crazy. Get out of the way, bird! This bird will pop your bubble. You
like so? Nice.
Trying to get up here. Precision platforming. So now we can fall through the chimney without getting burnt. And then that is going to cover Tina in soot. And then for some reason she like turns into this maniacal monster. And you can make her scream like this. So that's always fun to do.
It's always good fun.
So, the fireman loves to watch scary movies, even though he's afraid it's gonna scare him to death. And lo and behold, he's watching this Terror Lady movie, and you get this girl covered in soot. I don't know why her eyes are red, but scaring the crap out of him. So we kind of terrorize him for a minute or so.
Holy crap! Terror Lady is real!
Get a
I
little...
gotta get out of here before my heart figuratively explodes and literally just stops beating! Which, while less dramatic, would actually kill me!
Some voice lines, because we can't
I know,
really skip
wanted,
these parts, so...
No, I like that line. Give that line a little bit of room.
So he's dead. Sorry.
He's dead now.
Wait, where do we need to go?
What a great way to go out, though.
I'm gonna use that. Whoa!
You got some
use that
sauce
ability to
on
get
there.
up here. We're gonna need this magician later on, so we're just gonna go and kind of get him ready to go and fast travel to later on. Get away from our elevator. Try and get in here before she gets it. All right. So since we're already possessed, we'll just keep using the living world to get around. Wait. I need to get the doctor. So we are going to bring the fireman back to life. What you don't see is the firefighter's ghost puts out the witch's hat in the ghost world, so she's finally kind of at peace. Her hat is no longer on fire.
She can finally be free.
Yeah, so she gives us the hint that there's somebody under the water Ah, crap. If you land on the right side of the flames, it kind of pushes you towards where you need to be. But the person we need to talk to, and we briefly saw it when the chapter started, is stuck in chains under the water.
My defibrillator was actually...
So we bring him back to life.
Uh-oh.
Get the cutscene. I'm gonna go ahead. There's a kind of a physics interaction bit we gotta do right here. Oh, you little... Okay. Oh, I already had enough. It's really frustrating to do this part, and the best person I found for this part is the lumberjack, even though you don't otherwise need to possess him. But you gotta get this... Oh boy. This cart full of chainsaws up and over this hill. Okay, not bad.
Okay, that went well.
I'll take that.
The big burly shoulders seem to help.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that thing is really not like getting pushed.
No.
So between that and pushing Jenny with the dog in chapter 2, 3? If you get past those two weird interaction bits, the rest of the game isn't too bad.
There's some other minor ones, but those are the two that will kill a run.
You could almost... I've spent minutes, excruciating minutes, just trying to get stuff to move. And with the chainsaw cart specifically, you can kind of like... I don't know what happens, but you just kind of go through it, and then it just rolls back down the hill. And then you just gotta do it all over again.
Very frustrating.
Like a never-ending cycle of pain.
So now the magician has the witch's hat.
So yeah.
And has...
Our bunny in the hat is really mean to him, so he finally gets his revenge and turns the bunny into a frog.
The bunny's quite mean.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bully. So we don't condone that.
No.
But shout outs to the lumberjack for being
right?
thick with like 3 C's.
Minimum.
So yeah, we use a frog to turn on a submarine missile launcher.
And then just guides this missile with his little froggy body.
Yeah, you can kind of speed it up a little bit because on its own the missile goes pretty slowly. So we need it to take out this metal wall right here. We're gonna possess the mermaid and wait for the saving thing to show up on screen. Alright, we're good. And then we can interact with the chainsaws. So now we have an underwater chainsaw wielding mermaid. So we can take care of chains now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna free the mystery figure that's been chained up down here.
I think they even make a underwater chainsaw joke somewhere in there. They point it out.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, huge shout outs to Zoink Games.
Yeah. They make a lot of fun games.
Game dev group out of Sweden, of all places.
Yeah.
And I think they've actually gotten together with the SteamWorld Heist and Dig people and kind of joined forces. I think they recently, if anybody's heard of Lost in Random, I think that was a Zoink game, or a collective of the two.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So we free the blacksmith who was chained up, and we're gonna get some of her story, or like how she ended up chained up at the bottom of the the water there. So now we are back in time thanks to the subtle tone shift.
Right, it's like sepia, so
yeah.
So you know it's old.
Plus you get all these like old-timey looking people. So there's Vera, the witch, with the burning hat, when she was still alive. Burning at the stake. We're in the process. Gonna collect some skulls to get things moving.
This is why nobody has ever let you play through their flashbacks before.
Please.
An advanced storytelling technique
Okay.
I'm sharing with you.
So we will go ahead and put out the fire with the priests.
Okay, jeez.
Oh yeah, just gotta stop talking before you can. I always forget that if people are talking, then sometimes you can't like possess other people or interact with things.
Really blessing this witch right
Yeah. So I guess this part could be. Oh, there we go. a little frustrating sometimes. We're gonna use the kind of yeet mechanic, for lack of a better term, to make our way over here and interact with the jellyfish guy.
Oh.
The little hot potato. Oh no, don't. Oh. I don't know if that was a new way to take care of that, but it worked.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this guy for later.
So this is like the trumpet guy, but
Yeah.
the past version.
Yeah, named Hornio, because he plays the horn.
He was Miles in the other one.
Yeah.
Haha.
Maybe 7 or 8.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Okay, so now you're meeting Harold
Yeah, Harold and Reagan. And turns out Reagan is the one that's possessed Penny in the present. So this is kind of like their backstory to some degree.
Their motives.
And how, all in all, she's just trying to get back with Harold. Her love.
Because after a series of very strange of events.
Yeah, unfortunately, part of the blacksmith story is kind of
A little grim.
starting Harold's troubles, which we get more of Harold's backstory in a little bit. So we gotta feed the blacksmith's furnace. Oh yeah, I guess the whole reason we're like doing stuff is Death's scythe broke. The tip of it just like fell off. So he had gone to the blacksmith to try and get it repaired. And so she's like, alright, how do I do this? Because her furnace at the time was not working, but when she let Death know that, he was like, you either fix the scythe or you're gonna die.
It's a tall ask,
So
really.
she's like,
it's a hard...
Yeah, okay, maybe I'll try it.
I'll give it a go.
So first we gotta get some wood, and I did forget about this section of trying to push the wood into the furnace. It's like the last bit of annoyance. Okay, that might work.
That's 5.
Excuse me. Now that we've already possessed all the people we need, we can kind of just fast travel. So we're gonna light the wood with Vera's hat,
Right.
which she's still attached to the wood.
The burning stake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pyre, I guess.
Yeah.
Once the furnace was heated up,
Oh, it didn't break off. It's just been bent. That's what it was. So we're just trying to straighten out Death's scythe.
Right, yeah.
But unfortunately, she breaks it off.
Yeah, just gonna fix Death's scythe real fast.
Such a good tune. So we're gonna use Hornio now to blow into the fire. Get the fire nice and hot. So she's ready to do her blacksmithing. Try and possess the right person. So hiya. Hiya. Please just So instead of fixing it, she snaps off the end.
here you go.
She freaks out. She tries to like weld a spoon onto the end of the scythe for
Yeah.
some reason, and then Death kills her, wraps her up in chains, and throws her at the bottom of the water.
Where we found her.
So fast forward back to the present, and we are trying to
So, you screwed up.
get
broke that
Harold's
scythe,
head, which has a bit of Death's scythe in it, which real world Penny that's been possessed by Harold's girlfriend Reagan has possessed and is in control of Harold's head, which has the piece of scythe so he can have like demonic powers. It's about as confusing as Stick to the Man. But
The crux, the problem is that Harold isn't alive or dead because he has the scythe piece stuck in his head.
what may have been missed was, I guess, did we see the bit going into his
No, we
his
just
face?
saw it flying through the air.
Yeah, when the piece breaks off the scythe, it goes into Harold's skull. So eventually when he dies, he doesn't actually die.
So he would have
And that's
to.
kind of the
I
problem.
guess given everything else that's happened to me today,
Let's see, what are we
possessing my
doing?
boyfriend probably
That's why Reagan is big sad and going on this kind of rage.
Yeah.
Because she just
She's-
wants to be with Harold.
Just trying to find all the pieces of Harold.
Right.
Which we'll find out what happens to Harold. There we go. That's what I was looking for. In, I think, the next chapter.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and collect these guys. Whoop. sometimes when you're riding these flying ghost things, it'll miss one of these critters, which didn't happen this time. And it's really weird because you like go through it, but it doesn't pick it up. So then you have to drop down, grab it. It's something to do. I'm gonna try and get up here. We get the cop again, and this time it's a little bit of a section where we can't really do anything. So it's a good little water break or whatever you need to do.
Yes.
Sleep crime solving or
He's a
sleep hacker.
when he sleeps he hacks. He's a cyber hacker.
Yep.
building a cool house, so when you wake up it's the middle of a cool house you built from scratch.
Let's see. So on the other side of the map, we'll grab some of these. And Dr. Brahm, which was in Stick to the Man, makes his return.
Yeah, the one who put us in the institution there. He's made his return.
And his whole shtick is, all he does is ask you how you feel. Like every time, that's his kind of thing. His lines in Stick to the Man is, well, how does that make you feel? And they say something and he's like, well, how does that make you feel? So he's a bit of a crock, but he's got this like sock puppet that helps either put you to sleep or make you happy. So it's
Very multi-purpose.
It's such a weird game, but I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're good. Nope. So we possess Dr. Brahm. So he's got his little sock puppet guy. And we're going to kind of hypnotize Ronald, the cyber hacking cop.
Sleep cyber hacking cop, right.
Next one.
Oh, hi.
So he's got his little sleep song that'll sing.
You are now very sleepy. Who is sleep?
So Elliot's really sad because his girlfriend died. And so he's at his house kind of being sad, and he's got a mom bot as well that's protecting him from people getting at him. So we are going to use Ronald here to hack Mombot and kind of like shut her down so we can get Dr. Brahm to sing a song with his sock puppet and make Elliot happy.
Of course. This is some of the best depictions of hacking I've ever seen.
I'm pretty sure this is how you do it.
Yeah. It's perfect.
This is like Power Glove. But we're going to hack Mombot. So eventually we need Elliot to go to his father's store. That's where Demon Penny's at. Because we're trying to get the skull back, Harold's skull. And the plan doesn't really work out that well. So, unfortunately, Elliot's going to end up getting possessed by another demon. Which, the demons eventually turn on Reagan, who is possessing Penny's living body. So, in the end, Penny and Reagan are going to have to team up to take on the demons. She kind of gets played.
This little old lady, FBI agent, is such a fun character.
Yeah. In a very non-handicap friendly town.
Doesn't matter.
But luckily, yeah.
Makes it work.
So she was a secret agent, and she's kind of got some remorse about killing an alien in her past working. Oh, that was the alien. Probably should have possessed him. In her past kind of career. So she's trying to find, I think, like the alien's kid or some sort of family relative. She's trying to find the spaceship and find the kid so she can like make amends and make everything that she did right.
For killing that alien. Back in her FBI agent days.
So we need to find... Actually, I wonder if that's the quickest way to get back. Probably not. Probably should have just used the elevators. There's elevators on each side. The main area is kind of split up into like 2 big zones. And again, you can either use elevators to get across or the taxi. And I think elevators may actually be quicker. I didn't think about that before. But there's the spaceship. There's a donut.
It's a donut.
We need to find the alien kid, which I think I was going the wrong way. It's a weird looking kid that was walking around. Oh, don't want to be on that side. Okay, maybe it was on the side. Where is that weird alien kid? Sometimes it's best just if you like are rolling by him with the old lady, just to go ahead and put. Oh, there he is. To go ahead and possess him so you can find him easier later on. Because we're going to need to make our way up to the spaceship. This one's kind of cool if you can read everybody's minds.
What? Huh?
And he just, since it's an alien, just makes weird noises. But the alien kills the old lady and gets revenge. We're gonna fly Queen Quantablene's ship over to the cemetery.
Queen Quantablene's donut spaceship.
Yeah, for later purposes. That's where Reagan Penny's gonna end up being Demon Penny. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Guess I should pay attention when I'm flying. So, it's got a tractor beam that you can either pick up cows with or other objects. And we will be using this to collect Harold's skull in a little bit. So that's good to go. Now we can use Dr. Braun to sing a happy song and cheer Elliot up.
So that's all it takes.
Yeah. Just a crazy dude with the sock puppet singing.
Yep.
Cures your depression over your girlfriend dying.
Yep.
So, take notes, kids.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
As long as you get that mom bot out of the way.
Well, that's my...
Alright, so he's happy again. Now we can possess Elliot, possess our boyfriend. And he's gonna go visit the shop where Reagan Demon Penny's at. Plus extra demons now. So it's a nice little taxi ride across the water.
I do like the car rides and you get to see all the fun little scenery parts.
Yeah, I really love the art style and just the feel of these games.
Thanks to my brilliant...
Really lean into the weirdness.
Alright, so now Reagan's been kicked out of Penny's body. So we have this monster we gotta lure over. Lure. There's a little demon dude up here. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. We do need... We have plenty. Yeah, we have a crap ton of little critters. Because we gotta possess this zombie llama. Or alpaca. I'm not sure which is which.
That one's a llama.
Is it? Alpaca, okay.
Dang.
Huh. So we use the zombie one that can like throw up these weird green balls.
Maybe it's a llama named Alpaca.
That would be the ultimate. So we gotta time this. Oh, come on. There we go. So she drops Harold's skull. And we need Queen Quantabline to pick up the skull. So we use a zombie alpaca to knock a skull possessed with
by death side.
Like a demon. We use an alien to pick it up, and then we have Harold's backstory of how he dies.
All along. lost piece of Death's scythe had finally
And like
been found.
5 seconds of the narrator.
Which is great. I love the narrator.
Yeah.
The story of my life.
Alright, so he's got the piece of scythe in his head.
Disoriented from your head wound and fell off a cliff or something.
What? Don't be so
So we gotta figure out how he dies but
my
doesn't
studio in the woods
like
where I
move
keep
on
all
from
my sculptures. Art
the land of the
always
dead.
makes me feel
Yeah. Which eventually he's gonna get his head chopped off, but how we get to that point is a little roundabout.
This is the
What?
I get
Oh.
So he's like kind of telling the story, but not really telling the story. And Penny's trying to get the story out of him. She's like, "So how did you die?" And he's like, "Well, I was going for a walk, and I was doing this and doing that." And we're like, "Just tell us how you die."
Just
So eventually,
he's like going through his whole day.
let's see, get this wolf.
Man against
Blah blah blah.
Hey, there's a wolf. Yeah, she'd
So we need
Bust
kind of
her out so she
pastime
can
Tina.
attack me.
And then you'll
Who's
die.
this like crazy feral girl who can chew through rocks?
I had no
Because,
idea so
yeah.
much was happening behind the scenes in my own
They
history.
just colored Tina
I'm the
Wolf.
star of our own story. But
Is that
there's
what
all
it-
these supporting
Yeah.
characters that make I look.
Tina Wolf, yeah.
Tina Wolf.
Can I get through the... Oh, I want
What's
to get
going on?
stuck.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
I
we
was
go.
wondering if I could just like clip through that bit.
I was
Where
wondering.
is she?
Where is she going?
Girl, just eat through the rocks like normal. Come on.
Be a normal little wolf child.
So you can kind of chew through this rock on the bottom without having to go all the way around. It should drop the skull, and you can kind of squeeze through the top. There we go. You're just trying to make a path to the wolf. So we need a wolf pack to attack Harold. And then we'll use the wolf to have our wolf and a half wolf pack. So sometimes he can't get through the skull very well.
Uh-oh.
So we'll just
There
kind of
we
like
go.
force our way through. And then sometimes he can't get through this bit either. So if you unpossess and repossess, it kind of moves him down. So we're gonna use Tina to make our own little wolf pack. Oh, nice jump. The movement isn't quite as good as it is in Stick to the Man, which is odd because this game came out way after Stick to the Man.
Technically more.
But it's a lot more floaty.
Wiggly. Yeah.
So now we have the wolf pack up there. Where am I going? Let's see. I think I need to go this way. Didn't want to grab that. That's not the right way either. Wait, no, it is. It's weird because in the land of the living, like it flips the map when you. Oh, this isn't the right way. When you get into the land of the dead. So if you're going right in the land of the living, you need to go left in the land of the dead. And my sense of direction just isn't super great. So we need to get Hornio again. Eventually. We'll go and kind of prep him for later. Oh, wrong button. Need the reddish critters again. We'll do a little keep away. And then we're going to need the past version of Pokeman to attack a house. So there's a lot of house attacks in this game.
I still like how this game and Stick It to the Man also just widely accept that robots are just a part of our lives. Everywhere.
We got another chase scene, which, like, as long as you're moving, you're not gonna get caught. But you can always use the scythe to speed up if you need to. But we need to move the windmill above Harold because that's how he's gonna get his head chopped off. That's, you know, the cause of most decapitation. I think it's pretty well known that it is windmills.
Windmills.
You're welcome.
But we need the windmill to speed up, so we're going to use the beautiful sounds of one
I like how
Hornio.
his function is to just move air.
And if you aren't using the horn, he just kind of raspberries the whole time. We'll just keep that going. Everything's all stormy. We got the windmill going full tilt. We're gonna possess the right person and jump into the windmill. He gets decapitated, and that will bring us to the final chapter. So that's how his head gets separated from his body. The wolf pack ends up like tearing his body apart and scattering all the pieces of his body, and that's why he can't kind of move on to the afterlife with Reagan.
And there I
And
was.
she's very upset about that.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
So she ends up having like lives a full life, full of adventure. But by the time she passes from natural causes, or actually, it was a lion taming accident, but natural enough. Then,
for this game, sure.
Yeah, she finds out that Harold's like still hasn't moved on. I hate this level. So that kind of starts her quest to try and get all Harold's body parts together so that they can be together in the afterlife, which is the reason for the season. So we gotta collect all of these before the timer runs out. Okay.
Nice.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
So they stick Penny's body in this casket.
Oh yeah, this is when they're like, no, we're not following you anymore. We don't care.
So Penny's gonna possess Penny. And together, her and Reagan are gonna work together to finally put these demons in their place. We're going to be hopping our way to the top of this cliff, jump off, and break out of the box. So we get Reagan and Penny kind of talking about what happened.
That's a cool and not unsympathetic backstory,
Penny's a little bit more understanding of like why she was possessed and all that, but she's still kind of like, why did you have to pick me? So the wolf kind of tells us where we need to go to try and find the bones, since the wolf is the one that ate and dismembered Harold. But when we make our way into town, we're gonna find that everybody's been possessed by demons. So what Reagan started out in kind of good intentions is turned into a bit of a mess.
Really mess things up.
So we gotta clean up Reagan's mess basically at this point.
And your boyfriend's all possessed and evil now. It's
he's like
just
the head demon now.
not good.
So now the townsfolk have like these demon powers. Vera's gonna help us out. She's gonna give us some juice. Now we can shoot like a burst of energy. It's kind of weak, so we need to go around and collect all the ghosts that we've interacted with. So we got Captain Grand Slam, the tennis champ. We got the old lady, I think Priscilla, maybe?
Yeah.
And the alien she killed.
My help will be out of this world. Sorry, is that cliche? I'm new here.
We got scary ass Tina.
For real, Tina is already scary, and they now just put demon on top of it.
I'm happy to do it.
We got the blacksmith ghost. We're gonna come down here and get like the sea captain's ghost.
Yeah, there we go. Painted his boat.
Kind of just see all the people that we've interacted with throughout the game. We've got, I think, Lady Elderborough up here. Oh, missed it. You can make the jump up to the road and then to the top of the. There we go. For Elderdoe? What is her name? I may have been calling her something.
Oh, I think maybe like Penny Doewood. Elderdoe. What is her name?
Elderdoe. I think that might actually be it. elder somebody.
Right. Some
So
old timey name.
Yeah, that's all the ghosts from that side of the town. Now we're gonna make our way to the left side. Everybody's just extremely unsettling.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. No. All right, we will circle back to that. You can use them to your advantage sometimes and get like blasted up on. Oh, there's Ray.
There's Ray.
Uh-oh. Can I get? Okay. Jesus.
You're just ahead. I think you'll count for 0.5. No offense.
None taken.
There we go.
There we go.
So if you were here an hour ago and saw Stick to the Man, it's a nice little nod. You got Scary Junkyard Jenny. Come at me, girl. Need to get past her. Get up and get these guys. Oh, don't. Please. It's so floaty. Like,
It's also weird without your scythe.
yeah, you don't have access to your scythe this whole chapter, which is why it's a little bit of a slowdown.
Sad.
But it's just the movement's so much more floaty in this one. We have a dead like Santa Claus. I don't even remember him. I gotta get past this guy. Usually we have all the ghosts by now, but I missed that one when I dropped down, so we gotta circle back through.
Wolf smells bones.
Yeah, we know.
Inside.
Which I think I need to take this over there. Oh, it's a firefighter because he.
Right.
We bring him back to life, but then he ends up dying again.
Didn't I save you?
Aren't you alive now?
Well,
Now we have all the ghosts collected, and it would help if I could shoot correctly. There we go. So now we can blast the demons out of the townsfolk.
that's all Vera needs. The full
And we need to collect all the bones, and once you collect them, they kind of go back to where Harold's skull's at.
Hey, when this is over, does anyone want to go watch scary movies?
Yeah.
Ghosts here, fireman.
So the firefighter got killed by watching another scary movie. Just can't quit it.
I like that commitment,
Yeah.
though, you know?
Right, but her main
Died doing what he loved.
Oh, wow.
There's a bone at the police office. There's a bone a bone at the museum. The little Harold's getting crushed by something.
It's a magnet.
Oh, I need to be in it. Oh, I don't have a scythe. God damn it. All right, we'll go back up.
I died in a Santa costume and so get to spend eternity in a Santa. What?
A little bit of time lost. Love to see it. Luckily, we only have like another minute or so in the run, so. Hello? That's the elevator we should have taken. We're gonna blast away the doctor here and get the last bone. Hanging out in this weird collection of lost and found.
Lost and found. Found an arm, no big deal.
Time to save Harold.
So yeah, oh, sometimes he's in a better position. That's the creepiest one. That's the priest. That we don't really see that much.
But something like
yeah.
Fester, Uncle Fester gone wrong.
Yeah, really. We have Meatball possessed that we just kind of blast away. So time will be coming up in about 30 seconds or so.
I'm glad we saved Meatball, though.
Yeah. We don't technically have to save most of these people now, but they are in the way. It is a lot easier just to take them out.
Just take him. Fine, I guess I will.
This dude's gonna be throwing stuff at us. And if you get hit by the projectiles, you get like that.
Like that.
So you try and shoot him from afar, and then he'll stop throwing stuff at you. We got
Good
lucky.
arm.
Yeah. Yeah, really. He's way back here. We got fifth to Lumberjack. Alright, so Elliot's possessed, and we're going to throw the scythe at him. And as soon as the scythe hits Elliot, the run is over. So time is... Not now. Hold up. Oh, you gotta be... Okay, please, just... What is going on? Alright, that time. Holy crap. Yeah, that last hit obviously is not always a guarantee. But huge shout out to everybody hanging around, enjoying some awesome runs.
A lot of fun.
We still got another day and some change of some great indie games.
Absolutely, over $1,000. That's an
that's
incredible.
insane.
Good job, everybody.
Big thanks for letting us show off a couple of these Zoink games and check out. They have a bunch of really neat, interesting, unique games. As you've seen throughout this marathon, there's so many awesome games out there. And keep going fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great restaurants.
GG's, thank you very much for that Zoink double bill, and we did receive a donation during that last section of the run, a $10 donation from IsBullet. No comment, but thank you very much for the donation. That donation went towards the Pet the Dog Again incentive for Rainbow Billy, and also that went towards the We Happy Few Choose the Category poll, which that went towards the Light Bearer option, which is currently in the lead at $35. If you want one of the other categories, they came from below, or we all fall down, to catch up, then you know what to do. But in the meantime, thanks once again to Rib, and we are now going to have another run for you in a moment from Sparky McCalc 1 with a game called Struggling, a title I can very much relate to. So stick around for a few minutes and we will be right back.
See you never, Temp. Be gone!